Okay, so let's see the demonstration for movie clips. So far, all you're doing in Flash is we are working on the main stage and we are using the same timeline which is for main stage. Okay, but the concept of using stage and doing the animations will change for a while now, as we are going to work with symbols in Flash. Now what symbols do is they will group your drawings or objects on the stage. And the one specific symbol, which is movie clip, it will allow you to do animations inside that symbol. Okay, let me just show you the example of a static symbol and then we'll go for animations and so on. For example, I have nothing on the stage right now and I want to create a very simple graphic where I have a black stage and I'm going to use a oval tool with no outline. So I'm turning off the stroke, and for the fill color, let me select white color. Okay. On the stage, I will simply draw a circle with the selection tool, holding down the control key on the keyboard. I'm just drawing a simple points like that. So it's a very simple graphic of a star created using a circle. Okay. Now in Flash, most of the time when you create graphics, you don't want to keep drawing your objects again and again. It's advantage if you just duplicate this graphic and use it as many times you want. Okay. Now if you just draw the shape like that, it won't allow you to do duplications. Even if you do it, it will copy the same shape again. But what we do is, if you convert it into a symbol, that symbol we can just reuse it as many times we want, not just within this file, into any other Flash document in our computer. Okay, so in terms of using the same graphic multiple times, we use symbols, and one symbol which we particularly use is a movie clip. Okay, so let's see what I'm gonna do. Now I want to draw lots of stars here which can occupy the whole stage. Okay, but I don't want to keep drawing them again and again and again. Rather, I will just create one star for a while. Then you just select the whole star, means the shape, and then you go to modify, and there's an option called convert to symbol. Shortcut is F8, which is a function key. So just press F8 or just click on this option here, and Flash will ask you what should be the name of your symbol and what should be the type. Okay. In all, there are 3 different types. One is a button symbol, graphic symbol, and a movie clip symbol. Buttons normally we use when we create Flash to do any hyperlink navigations. A lot of time you might have seen these websites which has an entire website created in Flash, and then we click some parts of the Flash file which actually does hyperlinking. So when you want to do hyperlink within your Flash documents, we use button symbols. How to use it and how to create them, we're going to see in the coming lessons. Graphic and movie clips, they are used normally to group the object together, but movie clips is a measure we use because movie clips has their own timeline, the way you see on the main stage. Okay, unless until I show you the practical, there's no point I keep telling you theory. So let me show you the example and I'll exactly explain to you the differences in movie clip and a graphic. Okay, for a while I'm keeping the type of my symbol as a movie clip. I'm changing the name of my symbol as, let's say, a star underscore MC for movie clip. Make sure you give some names. If you keep it generic, symbol 1, 2, 3, 4, what happens is, let's say if I create a symbol by saying OK, the symbol gets registered under your library. Do you see that? Under your library, star underscore MC is being created. Once you start working on your projects in future, you will be using lots of audio files, images, lots of symbols you will create. They're all gonna be registered here in the library. So if you keep your file names and symbol names generic, you will struggle a lot to understand what that symbol is doing. So it's always recommended to write a correct name to your symbols. Okay, otherwise you'll end up with a lot of confusion in future. But right now, all I've done is F8, converted my shape into a symbol. It gets registered in the library, but on the stage, do you see the difference? Now it doesn't look like a shape. It has a blue outline around it. Now that outline indicates it's a group now. Okay. Now with this symbol conversion, even if by mistake I delete that symbol from the stage, that doesn't matter, because the original symbol we create, it stays in the library. Okay, so the library symbol is your master copy. From this copy, we can create as many instances of this symbol onto the main stage. All you have to do is drag and drop the symbol onto the stage. So if I want to use that symbol, which is a star, simply I can hold on selection tool, select the symbol from the list, and just drag it and keep it wherever I want. Okay, not just once, I can drag it as many times I want, and it will still contain the same shape, same graphics inside the document. When you test your movie, no one can tell you it's the same shape or same graphic, but it's actually only one shape, and which is converted into a symbol and duplicated it as many times you want from the library. Okay, that's what the use of symbols is. Now because they are all instances of the same object, if you change one symbol or one shape, it will make change in all of them in one go. Okay, so for that you need to know how to edit a symbol. Now once you drag and drop your symbol, which is a movie clip, onto the stage, you can literally use any instance. Because they are all same, it doesn't matter which one you edit. Okay, you can literally edit anything from the stage, which is a symbol, and Flash will make changes in the remaining one because they are the same child from the main parent object. Okay, to edit your symbol, it's pretty straightforward. On the stage, you select your symbol, double click on it, and literally you go into the editing mode. In symbols edit mode, you see the timeline layers as it is. You don't see any difference. The only difference which can tell you that you are in editing mode is at the top. You see here, the first thing tells you that you are inside scene 1 and inside symbol called star_MC. That's the breadcrumbs which we normally use in website designing as well. Breadcrumbs, it tells you which page you are in inside the loop of the website. Now if I'll go back to scene 1, you just have to click on this breadcrumb scene 1 and Flash will go back to the main stage. Okay, on the main stage, all the symbols you can individually select by clicking on it. Okay, but when we double click and edit any of the symbol, the breadcrumbs at the top will tell you that you are inside star_MC symbol. But when you are editing this symbol, you won't be able to use any of these other symbols. Do you see that? Flash. Oh, sorry. Yeah, do you see? Because these symbols which you see now are outside on the main stage. Right now, you're actually inside one symbol which is we are editing. Okay, so when you're editing a symbol, rest of the things within your stage will be disabled because they are inside actually scene 1. Now you are inside star_MC symbol. Now here, if I change anything for this particular shape, for example, using control, let me just extend this branch here. You see what happened? The moment I make a change in the shape, it changes all the instances in the stage because they are created using the same library object. Okay, that's what duplication is. So I can simply change this that. Do you see all of them are changing? Because they are just duplicate of each other. Okay. I can even copy. Control C, Control V. It makes. Let me change the orientation. Selection tool. Here. This part I can go and change the color. See? All I'm doing is changing one symbol, and it is changing the instance of all the other symbols. Okay. When I go back to the main scene, so if I'll go back and collect on scene 1, you can see all the symbols are inheriting same properties. Now when they are on the main stage, I can't change their shape inside, because if I change it, it will change for all of them. But when the symbol is on the stage, we can change movie clip's external properties. Means I can have this particular symbol changed in size. Do you see that? Now that will not affect any other symbol, because we are not editing the symbol by going inside its timeline. All we are doing is we're just changing its external look. When you are on the main stage, you can treat them individually. The other thing you can control where the external properties wise is selection tool. You can hold on to any of these symbols, and on the properties panel, you see there's a color effect property here. Using color effect property, you can select style, brightness, tint, advanced, and alpha. Alpha means the opacity, and the advanced, it gives you the options to change red green channels. Okay, but normally most commonly used is either tint or alpha. So using alpha for that particular symbol instance, I can reduce its opacity, so it goes slightly fade. You can reduce its size by using quick transformation. You can rotate it, so with different orientation. Opacity. Yeah. By using a tint, you can select the movie clip on the stage, select tint, and we can select the different tint color. So it's all changing the external properties of the symbol. Using brightness, we control the bright and the darkness of the properties. These are different shapes. This is changing the advanced property, changing the alpha RGB channels. So we can change their external references and the external look, but animations we do, or the internal properties we change by going into the editing mode of the symbol. So far you okay with creating the symbol? Now this is just creating a static symbol and using it as many times you want. Using the same principle, you can create various examples. So if you want to show rainfall, you just create one raindrop animation, and from library you can drop as many raindrops you want. They will create same animations. If you want to create snowfall, just create one snow falling down top to bottom, and it will create the same animations everywhere. So this is a static example. Let me save this file as the star movie clip in my files. Let me show you the another file. This time I will just change my stage color to a different color. Okay. And I'm just going to create a simple graphic right now for you, which is a snow mountain. Okay. All I'm going to use is oval tool with a white color, with a different stroke, stippled stroke or something. And I'm just going to draw a simple ellipse. Okay. When you test it, that's how your file looks. Very simple graphic. Now on this graphic, we will create a movie clip called snow, and we will show the snow is falling down. but this time we'll show in animation. Okay. Sorry. Yes, so recording is on. I'm continuing the recording for this. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I have one layer in my library, which is a snow mountain. Okay. Do you want me to record this separately and you want to try movie clip first? Or shall I continue recording? Continue, yeah? The first one was just in demonstrations of the concept, the foundation of what symbol means and how it works. In this example, we'll see some practical experience. All I've done is simple ellipse and a stage is red, nothing else. Okay. Now the next part is, let's lock the stage, add a new layer. On this layer, we are creating snow. So I'm renaming it as snow. To create a snow, I can use either ellipse, polystar, and then let me just draw a shape. So I'm just going to simply draw a shape here. Do you see that? Because the stroke I've selected was stippled, the polygon looks like that. But we want something like this. We can't have a snow looking a typical ellipse or a circle or rectangle, right? So abstract look, it suits nice. Now this is a shape, okay? To convert this shape into a movie clip, simply select it by using selection tool from anywhere. Modify it, convert to symbol. Symbol name should be snow_MC. Movie clip is a type. Yeah, anything you want to name. Now that's my symbol name. Okay, I can keep as many symbols like snow from library. Okay, but before I drag and drop, let me finish the animation of this one symbol, and then we can just drag it. So far, I've just got one shape on the stage, which is converted into a symbol. Okay, now to do the animation, we can't do the animation of snow falling down onto the main timeline here. Okay, this is the main stage. 2 layers, 2 keyframes on scene 1. Okay, now we want to do the animations of snow inside its own timeline. To do that, we need to double click and edit this particular symbol. Okay, and then do the animations in editing mode, not outside mode. Okay, to do that, there's nothing different in it. All you do is now you simply double click on your movie clip on the stage. Your breadcrumbs at the top will tell you you are inside Snow MC. Okay, everything else, those 2 layers you don't see here as well, because those 2 layers are actually on scene 1, which is your main stage. So you don't see anything of your main stage when you are inside a symbol. Always remember that, because a lot of learners get confused at this stage. Now at this stage, when I come back to this, you can see the shape is in flash pixels because it's inside symbol. Now here we can use simple motion twin. How do we do motion twin? Right click. Simple thing I want to show here is this shape should fall from top to bottom. Means a simple motion twin animation. Starting position of snow will be at the top. Ending position of snow will be somewhere at the bottom. And because it is twin, it will show the effect. So I'm going to do that. Let me keep the starting position somewhere here. Oh, sorry. Right click on the shape, motion twin. It will convert that into a symbol. Let's say OK. Now that's the start position. Using a playhead, make sure number 1 is at the top. Number 2, drag your playhead, keep it at the end. Select your shape and drag it at the bottom. Now it's gonna go in those white mountains. You're not gonna even see it, which is quite desired what we want. But if I just press enter to check, you see what happened? It's simply falling down. It's too fast, right? That's not good because snow should fall slow. Now either you can change FPS, or what is the other solution? Exactly, length of the keyframe is the ideal solution. So simply hover your mouse into the last frame and you get a double arrow. Just drag it and you'll see it will fall slowly. No, doesn't matter. It's just a frame. The other thing is, as it is falling down, you can just highlight the motion twin anywhere in your timeline, and from properties, I will apply the direction clockwise, so the snow will actually rotate as well as it is falling down. Do you see that? So it looks slightly more realistic. Easing will control the movement of slow and start. I'll take different example to explain easing. But so far, all I've done is a simple motion twin where the object is falling top to bottom. And all of these things are happening inside snow underscore MC. If I go back to scene 1, and if you test on the scene 1, you don't see that animation. Do you see that? The timeline only shows 2 layers and 1 keyframe, because all that animation which we have done is inside the movie clip. And if you want to edit that animation, you have to double click on your movie clip, and here you can edit that. When you go back to main scene, you will never see movie clips animations. Okay? Always remember that concept. So go back to scene 1, and if I'll test my file, it shows you snow falling down, because we didn't duplicate anything. But now, because on the stage we only have one instance of a movie clip, if I go back to library, snow layer, library, and that's the snow MC movie clip. You can test your movie clips within library as well. You can just click on this little play icon in the top right corner. It actually plays your animation there. Okay? Hold on to this movie clip and drag and drop it randomly as many times you want. You can keep it random spaces like that. And when you test it, it gives you simple animation. Okay? It's not realistic, obviously, because Flash is two-dimensional animation. Okay, so there will be some limitations, but you can obviously work on them. There are different ways, and I don't want to explain that right now, otherwise this will go too complicated. But there is a way in which we can make it look more continuous and make it a bit more realistic. But at this level, even if you understand the movie clip and the way it's functioning, that's been expected. To finish it, if you want to use it as your banner, one layer is a mountain, one layer is a snow movie clips. You can add one more layer. Use a text tool. I can have a Merry Christmas. Central line, maybe on the stage. You can add in. So if your client wants to promote some business, some special offer, 50% off, Christmas offer, text doesn't matter. It's just the way you lay out your contents and create a banner. So that's what I expect you to do. Let me stop the demonstration of